media and everybody else tries to separate you from the stuff you do on the field, how much you care, your actual competitive nature, how good of an actual like leader you are. People try and separate and create a lot of stuff, and it all gets away
Yeah.
from everybody else. But one thing I really like listened to that I was like, that's fucking awesome to kind of hear him reflect on was just how competitive you were going all the way back to sitting in, because I was the same way. Like I would sit on Rivals and obsess over being like, I'm fucking better than this dude. Like I need to be trying to get to this camp. Like this obsession of like I would sacrifice and say no to this stuff on weekends. Like you've like that's the humanizing thing where it's like, oh fuck, like yeah, every young cat is like that, and you're the same way, that young kid that's like love the game. And another thing, like squatting 500 fucking pounds going into year 18.
Safety bar.
Hey, safety bar. And I justify it with myself because I'm like, man, he puts he squats more than me. I don't think I could do 500 on the safety bar anymore. But I'm
I
like,
bet you could.
but that is like that competitive nature is what I'm trying to pull out from this,
Yeah.
based on being young and you going all the way back to that and you kind of having that.
Mm.
But it gets lost in translation because everybody's so obsessive of things that you do in the off season that I think people lose sight of that little kid that was still sitting, probably writing to coaches or fucking watching Rivals tape and trying to be the best, or I need to get a scholarship to Cal. But
Well, that doesn't fit the narrative. You know, I think they've definitely painted me as they want me to play the villain role. You know, they have all different roles in sports.
fun role.
Can be.
You see, I fucking own you like in the middle of the
It can
season.
be.
Like
It can be, yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be much more fun if it wasn't the villain role and he's just doing that and just having fun.
I
having a
agree.
good time.
I am
you
just
enjoy
having
it?
fun.
No, I'm saying if it
I'm
was
not
painted-
embracing the villain role. I'm saying that's how I'm getting
Dude.
painted, bro.
That's a sensitive fine. I was literally just saying. I was saying it would be much more like nice and like if he was portrayed as who he actually is.
Nice. I don't care. I
Right.
really don't. You want to pay me as a villain? Cool.
Do you enjoy that? Like, do you have fun? Like,
no, I don't pay a lot of attention to it. I know it's out there. I know that's
Right.
That's
you did speak in that podcast of times where, man, what was the word you saying? But you're like, I knew I was acting. Like something about indifference.
I was talking about killing people with indifference. You know?
Yeah,
Not
killing people with
physically,
indifference.
but-
Yeah, right. I'm talking about murdering people.
I don't think indifference has ever been a part of the part of the murder what charge, but no, I was just saying that I do care deeply. I care about excellence. I care about my teammates. Care about setting the standard and living up to that standard, and care about how I'm viewed in the locker room. And I care about how I show up in the world. I want to show up in the world exactly how I see myself. I think that's the goal for any of us. We want to be seen, heard, and understood, right? I think that's kind of built into the fabric of our humanity. And, for me, I was seen, I was kind of heard, but I was also kind of an enigma because I didn't talk a lot about my personal life, but definitely not understood. And so there were a lot of narratives that got ran out there about, what they thought I was like, or what they expected, or what they postulated or projected I was like. And it's been nice the last few years with, doing Pat's show and being a little more open with the media, and then doing stuff like this with you. And I enjoy these conversations because I think people get to, see actually who I am. And if they still don't like me, that's cool, whatever. But at least you get to like hear it from me, like, no, this is what I'm about.
Yeah.
This is who I am. Take it or leave it.
Was there any type of, nervousness might not be the right word, but like getting into doing the McAfee stuff, like going out and showing yourself and being vulnerable enough to talk about these things? Like, was there any type of hurdle you had to get over doing that and getting
I had to do
comfortable
ayahuasca.
doing it? Yeah, I had to do ayahuasca.
It just goes back to the plant.
Yeah, it just goes back to the plant, man.
Listen, I think I got to the point of where truly, truly deep down, not having anxiety or fear around what's going to be said about me, knowing that the deepest regret would be to not show up exactly how I want to show up, and to say exactly what I believe. And that was the acting part, that I could actually not respond and not care, because I do want to be seen how I see myself. I think we all do. And a lot of people have said a lot of things about me over the years and portrayed me in a certain way. And this has been, to some extent, because you're never going to change people that just don't want to like you, don't like,
Right.
hate you. I think you're diva, ego, maniacal, narcissist, whatever else they say.
But he's not paying attention.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I'm postulating, that what might be said, but in the end, to be able to have a voice and take back my narrative to some extent, at least just speak the truth about who I am and what I'm about, feels pretty good.
I love it, man. I admire it. Like I think it's awesome that you're like when I heard you were going on PMT and stuff, I'm like, man, we're supposed to be fucking sitting down with them. But I really respect like all of this stuff, like listening to that pod with Aubrey.
I
Aaron-
appreciate you listening to it, and we need more people who can have conversations and highlight guys in the league who are deep thinkers and interesting people, and not just your standard blah blah football bullshit stuff, because there's a lot of great stories in the league that don't get told, a lot of great humans who are smart and interesting and thoughtful, and I appreciate you highlighting those people and taking care of my boy Big Bob.
Are we gonna be rolling? Are we gonna be a crew in due time? In due time,
Do we get-
when you know.
Do we get like those like three-wheeled motorcycles and become a motorcycle gang, or what?
I would be
the
down with
boys.
that.
That's the boys.
A gang of love, right?
That is true. Why did he want to kick me in the balls? You said Aaron said he wanted to kick
I
me in
didn't.
the balls.
I
Why'd you
didn't.
wanna kick
I
me in
don't
the
have a
balls?
reason. I just said that's something you guys got to deal with.
I just felt like you took, you posting that video the other day was really hurtful. So